Today we are testing out yet another deck from the new Capenna Championship. Let's see how we do. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video here on It Resolves, where we like to test a new deck every single day. Today's deck is in the top 8 of the latest new Capenna Championship. In fact, it won 3rd at the hands of Hisamichi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm very sorry if I butcher the name, but essentially this is a Naya aggro list. Now, this has a beautiful curve to it, in my opinion, and has some really heavy hitting cards that we don't always get to see played, some of them more so than others, but I'm really excited to try this one out because I do feel like it has the legs to do exactly what we want, even in best of one. I want to point something out, which is yesterday's deck was also, in fact, it was actually the winner. It was the Hinata Jeskai deck. That deck and this deck obviously are built for traditional standards. So with a full sideboard, everything like that, you'll notice if you download this deck from the description, it does have a full sideboard. We're not going to see really any of that today, although we will see Legion Angel potentially, but that's about it. This is taking a traditional standard deck and throwing it into best of one. So one thing I want to put out there right now is that I understand there may be some inefficiencies there, and some of them we'll probably see, maybe some we won't, but I will say this one, just off the face of it, looks like it will be perfectly fine on its own. Obviously, again, in the Naya colors, so we've got a lot of really powerful stuff here. We do have a little bit of interactive pieces between Voltage Surge as well as the Valorous Stance. Both of those are very good. Skyclave Apparition also kind of provides a bit of removal on the stick, and then, of course, the Wandering Emperor provides us with a way to exile some creatures if we need to. We do have a lot of really good 2-drops between Gala Greeters and the Luminarch Aspirant. Both of these can really power out some extra counters. Because this is a very aggro-centric deck, and we're really just looking to curve out, unless we need the treasure token, a lot of times I think we're going to go for that +1/+1 counter, and probably least of all we'll go for that +2 life. Just not necessarily exactly what the deck is looking to do. Now, again, in that 3-drop slot, along with the 2 of Skyclave Apparition, we do have an amazing card, Wedding Announcement. Ideally, we're going to be attacking, and so the idea here is that hopefully we can draw some cards, and then, of course, later on this flips, and we get a lot more power on the field. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, it basically does everything we want in the deck. It gives us a 2/2 that does help ramp us. It also gets us further into the deck, which is obviously very important. And then, of course, it can copy stuff later on. Now, in that 4-drop slot, wow, aside from the Wandering Emperor, we do have full 4 Esika's Chariot. I have found in testing with this, there are times where even though I have an Esika's Chariot on the field, I'll get the attack in with that one, and then play another one just to get the extra 2/2s to try and seal up the game. Depends heavily on the matchup, of course. Legion Angel, like I said, gonna bring back the others from the sideboard, and then the Wandering Emperor for a little bit of tech. Workshop Warchief, obviously a great way to finish the game if we can blitz it out. If we need to, it's fine. But otherwise, it's just a massive 5/3 with a lot of very powerful abilities. This is very reminiscent of the old Thragtusk days, and I really like that, so very, very good. And then Sanctuary Warden is sitting as a 1-of at the top end, which is just a beautiful card for this deck. And then, of course, Emeria's Call as well. But that's it. It's essentially just a really nicely curved out aggro deck in the Naya colors. Really excited to see how this one goes. Again, I'm so sorry if I say your name wrong, but Hisamichi, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for piloting, well, congratulations, I should say, for piloting this list into the top 3. That is amazing. And I'm really excited to see how this one goes, guys. So let's jump right in. Let's see if we can get some wins. All right, guys, and here we are for game number 1. Now, this is not a very aggressive hand. However, it does have a little bit of removal and a way to kind of refill later. So I'm going to give this one a shot. We'll see if it works. Part of me does want to lead on the Garden just in case we do draw a 2-drop, but we'll see how this goes. No, you know what? I'm going to go for potentially the safer route to be able to do this. We can still hit a 2-drop if we need to, but this just kind of smooths things out later on. Okay, well, we did hit a 2-drop, so worthwhile. Let's go ahead and throw out the Gala Greeters here. Looks like we are going to be up against a potential Blood on the Snow deck. If they are running the Snowlands, we'll probably see more as we get through. Oh, I just realized this is Covert Go Red. That's awesome. Not Covert Go Blue. Alright, so Bloodchief's Thirst, fully expected that. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get that wedding announcement down. This is going to generate quite a bit of long-term value for us, of course, so we'll see what we can do. It's pretty interesting, the choice between wedding announcement and Fable. There's a strong argument either way. Interesting that they do not have blood on this node, potentially. Okay. I'm gonna go Luminarch Aspirant, and we'll see how this goes. So let's go ahead and throw a counter on the 1/1 here. Nothing too crazy, of course. We're just trying to get going at the moment. We do get another 1/1, which is nice. So we are kind of forcing the opponent into a position where going point and shoot removal isn't necessarily going to be the best option. So sweepers are probably pretty likely here. Meathook Massacre, I am sure, is going to come down at some point. Interesting. Okay. I think I do play the land here. Let's go ahead and get that down. Let's go ahead and I'm going to power out onto the 2/2 here. They probably have an Infernal Grasp or something. Sure. And that's okay. My thought was let's get it out of range of an easy Meathook Massacre in case they miss it. Oops, we probably should have played that, but that's okay. This does flip, which is great. We should have played the Fabled. I clicked through the turn. That was my fault. Fable would have also done quite a bit for us, but honestly, I'm kind of glad we didn't in this scenario. Sure. So we do have some options here. We can take 3 just to get the Sanctuary Warden down, which, you know what? I'm kind of okay with. Let's see if this works out. I'm going to decline here. We've got quite a bit in our hand, and I want to keep the shield counters up given that this is such a heavy removal style deck. Ah, Invoke Despair does get us there. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. Interesting. Okay. So I think the play is Esika's Chariot. Basically, we're just running out as much as we can and kind of forcing them to try and deal with it here. So hopefully, you know, hopefully they can't do too much. All right, so they're just gonna search up whatever they want. Curious to know what they got. There is a land, fine. Could be an Infernal Grasp. Could be a lot of stuff, really. All right, let's do this. So what we're gonna do is create the 2/2, use that plus the cat to pilot, or crew, excuse me, the Esika's Chariot. And hope that they can't kill the Esika's Chariot. If they can, it's still kind of okay. Okay. That's actually fine, so we still get to copy this, so I'm fine with that. We also did just attack with 2 creatures, so Wedding Announcement now gives us an extra card, which is phenomenal. And now we've got 2 of these little 2/2s. Again, really just trying to fade like a Meathook, I suppose. Okay. Excuse me. We actually do have the answer in hand for this, so I'm not that upset. And they're just gonna create, yeah, so they're not putting shields up on this. Cool. Works for me. All right, sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Curious as to what the right call is here. So we could get really cute with this, but I don't know that we need to. Let's do this. And I think we just graciously pass, I believe. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think we're just gonna pass. So this does again create some extra stuff for us. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a 2/2. Again, this just helps crew the Esika's Chariot. Eventually we are gonna need to, you know, attack in to finish the game. So I'm all for this. We have plenty of options. As long as they don't have another Meathook, we're like in okay shape. I'm curious. There are a lot of situations where this could turn into something really good. Okay. So we sack the 1/1. We lose the wedding announcement. Yep. Okay. That's all fine. That was also most of their turn. So I'm hoping they attack with both here. Oh, they chose not to. Okay. In that case, I am just going to go ahead and Wandering Emperor. And we'll just go ahead and -1. We're going to start ticking up the Gala Greeters here as best we can. Excellent. All right. So now we can just do this. All right, so here's the trick. We do want to make sure we give this, or we do this first so it gets indestructible. That's pretty important. All right, so now we do this. We'll gain 2 life just to get out of range of 2 attacks of the Titan. I think that's probably fair. We get to do this. So this is going to create an extra angel. We also get 2 treasure tokens. So what this allows us to do is voltage surge, either one. Depending on how they block, we might be able to do something kind of sneaky here. Yeah, I think this works out okay for us. Emeria's Call is so freaking good. So they have 2 mana available. I'm curious to know how they use it. Worth noting as well, I mean, we're well into the late game at this point. So this is Naya aggro, but what I think we're learning is it's more of a mid-range deck in the sense that it can play the mid game extraordinarily well. And these late game turns like we have now, we have an overabundance of plays because it does have card draw with the wedding announcement. It's got mana generation with the treasure tokens. It just has everything. At least that's what I'm learning. Covert Go Red might be a little upset right now. So maybe he's red with anger. That was so bad. Guys, I do want to say, while we are kind of waiting on Covert Go Red here, just a huge thank you. One thing to say, a huge thank you for everybody supporting all of the content that's been coming out lately. I know we've added a lot to the channel in the last couple weeks, and it means a lot that you guys have really been supporting and enjoying all that content. We've done the podcast, we've done live streams, we've done quite a bit of new stuff, and it's been a pleasure to be able to do all of that. Now, a lot of that is down to John being a part of the channel now. So John, thank you so much. I know you watch these, so I just want to say, I know I gush over you all the time, but I really do appreciate it, man. And I know the community loves having you here. And so this is an absolute opportunity for both of us to hopefully build something bigger and better together. And we're getting to, and it's working. And so I'm amazed. I know we have gotten a handful of new subscribers in for over the last couple weeks as well, so I just want to say welcome if you are new here. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. We really do like to welcome new people into the community. We need to do a giveaway soon. We haven't done a giveaway in the last couple weeks, so we got to get something going there. But all that to say, guys, it just means a lot to me that you guys are here, and supporting the channel means the world to me. So thank you guys so much. All right, so yeah, I think our opponent is not quite so happy about all this, which is fine. Cool. All right, so what a rebuild, man. I mean, you do look at this, and you know, last turn they had a Titan of Industry up against what, a couple goblins, a couple cats, and a Gala Greeters maybe. Like, it's pretty awesome how quickly we've been able to turn this one around. We are just going to sit here and wait. If they take up all of our time in recording, they take up all of our time in recording. But I am not giving them the game just because they decided to leave. Covert Go Blue would never do this. You bring shame to the Covert name. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. If you don't know who Covert Go Blue is, you should go watch Covert Go Blue. He does a lot of great content. I also really like the new, I'm kind of trying to make it a tagline. It Resolves plays a new deck every day. We do play a new deck every day, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Like, it's so much to find different decks. You guys have no idea. Alright, did they just lose? We just win, right? Alright, sick. That was interesting. Great, we did it. Let's move into game 2. What's up, guys? Before we jump into the next game, I just want to remind you, if you would like to pick up this month's Patreon rewards, feel free to do so at patreon.com/itresolves. All right, guys, here we are for game number 2. And yeah, I mean, I think we keep this. We have no red mana, which could become a problem, but the Gala Greeters theoretically can get us out of that. So we'll see what we can do. The opponent does get to play first, of course, too. And there's our red mana. Awesome. Should I go with that? Chances are I'm going to play the Gala Greeters first, I think. Looks like Grixis could be the aggro deck that was also in the championship, but it very easily could be just a control list. We actually were up against a Reanimator Grixis list yesterday, which was amazing. So sick. Okay, so they're going to kill a creature. Might be the Gala Greeters. Nope, it's Luminarch Aspirant. Okay. It's kind of fine. I'm gonna just drop the Gala Greeters. I'm sure they can kill this, but like as long as they don't take the Esika's Chariot, they're gonna have to find some answers to what we got going on here. So we do have a hand that's pretty well stacked against a lot of stuff. So here's the hoping. It's a pretty aggressive hand. Cool. Interesting. All right, let's do this. I mean, the play is clear. I'm gonna go here, and I'm also gonna put the 1/1 here. Again, this gets around a couple of burn spells, but B, it also gets around like Meat Hook Massacres a little bit. It slows it down enough that it's gonna be not a board sweeping as much as it is a 1-for-1 right now, so it devalues. So what I mean by that, for anybody that's not sure of what I mean by that, if they play a land here, they play their land drop, they play Meat Hook Massacre, the max amount is 2, which just means that the Gala Greeters is going to survive, while yes, the Luminarch Aspirant dies. That's a 1-for-1, it's not a 2-for-1. And in fact, it could get even worse than that if we were to continue. So that really does help us out quite a bit. They just are like a learn deck, man. This is interesting. Extract the truth and hunt for specimens. Interesting plays. Curious to see what they pull from the sideboard here. Mascot exhibition. They're starting early, man. Wow. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go for the cool points. I think this is just the cooler play, so we're definitely gonna do this. Let's do that. We'll go ahead and create a treasure token. I don't see a big reason not to. We'll move to attacks. I'm gonna put the counter here because again, Gala Greeters is already out of range. And now we can attack with both. Obviously they do get to gain some life here, or a life, which is annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna Skyclave Apparition a 1/1. I feel like we need to wait and try and hit something a little more impactful. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What's nice with the Esika's Chariot and the Gala Greeters, we have such a nice little combo here because if we activate the Esika's Chariot and attack, we've got options. We've got a lot of options. All right, so this is the Reanimator list. This is gonna be frustrating. I'm assuming. Tainted Indulgence is a pretty clear sign, but I guess they just didn't draw what they needed. It's fine by me. All right, so we're gonna do this. Again, I'm gonna stick it here and then put the Gala Greeter will get a counter here. And so now it's again out of range. We also have Den of the Bugbear up now, so that's really sick. All right, so they're down to 10. We're getting there. Hopefully they can't just sweep this turn. That would be annoying. I guess we still get to keep the Gala Greeters, most likely. Unless they just have like a... Nope. All right. Our opponent did like literal nothing that whole game, but I will take it. Let's jump into a game 3. All right, guys, here we are for our third game. Definitely going to be our last game, and we definitely keep this. We are not going to be able to leave up the Voltage Surge, most likely, turn 1. Ooh, or are we? I feel like we just have to, and I hate that. We're not going to get Gala Greeters down on time, I don't think. But against this deck, like, I think we just kind of have to do this. So the question becomes, do we take the 1? I'm going to, just to see. Okay, they don't have anything. I was going to see if they had something that's great, but, like, I don't... It's worth the 1 damage to see. You never know. I'm just going to go Luminarch Aspirant to get something on the field. I feel like that's more important than hitting the 3rd land drop. I don't know. We might have misplayed heavily here, but that's okay. Brutal Cathar. Sure. Super annoying, for sure. And now our mana is, like, super jacked. And they flipped the moon. The Brute. Yeah. Not a good one. There's the Broker's Ascendancy. Great. That's so good. Alright. So, what do we do? I'm just gonna go Wedding Announcement for now. Wedding Announcement does a pretty good job of stalling. We do have the Wandering Emperor, so we do have a way to deal with the Brute here. That is pretty good, actually. I'm gonna block. Understanding that we're just saving 4 damage, but I feel like that's relatively important. It's another Wedding Announcement. I'm gonna pass, and then we'll wait on attacks. We'll hit that. That Broker's Ascendancy, man, that's so good. Yep. So what we're gonna do is wait till they declare attackers and then do the thing. So I'm gonna Wandering Emperor. We're gonna hit this Brute. It does have a ward cost of 3, but I think we just have to. And hope that they can't kill it. Yep. I will happily pay 3 life. It's not ideal. I'd rather do this on the Brutal Cathar side, but I think we just have to do this. We also get our little 1/1 back. I'm not going to block, though. All right, so now they're down to... I mean, Broker's Ascendancy is terrifying. They also do get to draw an extra card there, which sucks. All right. I'm gonna play the double Wedding Announcement. I think that's the better play here. Let's do this. I'm gonna throw it here. I'm gonna throw that here. Not gonna attack. We'll put a 1/1 counter on it. We will... I think gain 2 is fine. So they do get to hit the Gala Greeters here. To steal this back. But basically we're just shields upping, so that way the Wandering Emperor gets to stick on the battlefield, and if they do get an attack in, we just get to exile whatever it is. Alright, well that's different. Yeah, this is sick. This deck is awesome, man. I was really hoping for an undefeated run, but I'm kind of into this. If we lose to this deck, I'm super cool with it. It's pretty likely that we do lose, to be brutally honest here. Alright, so what can we do? We can Legion Angel, which does provide us with just a blocker, which I'm kind of cool with. So let's get another Legion Angel. We're just gonna stack counters on this thing, essentially. The trick is, like, with the Broker's Ascendancy, like, there's not much we can do in the way of dealing with their stuff. Like, they just get to kind of overrun us here. Because even their tokens are wickedly powerful. The Legion Angel is really helpful right now because it does mean that the Sanctuary Warden isn't just going to kill something. Like us. But it's very likely that it can, so... Alright, let's see if they draw a card. I shouldn't have stacked everything here, actually. I kind of messed up there. I should have stacked everything elsewhere. This is going to lose a shield counter, but we do get to exile it next turn. That's fine. The fact that this is a 9/9 is really obnoxious, but... because that's not damage, that's a basic freebie. I think we just have to spread out, man. I don't know what else we can do. Yeah, I think that's like all we can do. All right, here's the hoping. This is a crazy board, man. Look at this board. This is ridiculous. I will say the Legion Angel is a potential way to kind of get out of this, but they have to be really careful about their attacks, because if they open things up to the Wandering Emperor, which is a possibility. Wow. Wow, that was aggressive. I don't know if I would agree with that, but that's fine. It already got rid of the Sanctuary Warden, so I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. Here, +1, pick up a couple lands. They lose Brutal Cathar and Luminarch Aspirant. I am so happy that Brutal Cathar is in the graveyard. That's fine. Voltage Surge, huh? I think that's pretty useless right now. Luminarch Aspirant is fine. I'm gonna just keep that. Alright, let's Legion Angel. Pulls back another Legion Angel. Let's do this. Let's plus up something. I don't know what, but something. I think we go Legion Angel. I think this is like our best bet for the long-term win of the game. So I think we go there. I'm not really sure. What's also kind of handy next turn, we can copy the Luminarch Aspirants with the Fables. Sure. Kind of wish we had kept the Voltage Surge. Oh, crap. Well, all right, so we're probably dead. They paid twice. Yeah, that's pretty dang good. They're gonna attack with a 15/15, huh? And a 6/6, 2 6/6s. I mean, easy block there, I think. And I think I'm actually okay with this block as well. See, the math is tricky here because part of me wants to keep blocking as much as we can so the counters aren't really a problem, but we don't have a great way to then finish the game, if that makes sense. So we could completely save. All right, I'm gonna just try this. I have no clue if this is a good idea. It probably is not, but we're gonna do it. Hopefully they don't have a weirdo combat trick. They do. Okay, well, they just get to kill me. Oh. All right, so, yeah. I'm gonna happily exile that and cash in the Wandering Emperor. We'll get to pull this back. We need one there and one here. I don't know, this is like the most complicated board scenario I have seen in a long time. Chances are, guys, though, this is a pretty big loss for us. I don't see a way that we win this game. We are hanging in there okay, and hear me out. The reason I blocked the way I did is particularly because their stuff sitting on the field does so much for them because they have Broker's Ascendancy out. So what that means for us is when we can kill something, it's very important that we do, because if we can't, or if we don't, then we're in a situation where that's just going to scale up and up and up every single turn. We can't keep up with that. And so when we can 2-for-1 a creature, as in block with 2 of ours and kill 1 of theirs, that's good enough that I'm going to take that opportunity. Okay, well, this is dangerous as crap. All right, so if we kill this, everything gets -2/-2, right? That one has 4 on it. Holy crap, dude. So we like literally have to block that. And then this hits for 10. I don't know. We're just going to do it. Chances are... Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. We only blocked with 2. Whoops. We didn't kill this. I was supposed to block with 3 creatures. I miscounted. All right, whatever. We're going to concede because they were going to win it, I think, anyway. What a game, though. I'm amazed by that game. Let's talk about this deck. All right, guys, so first and foremost, again, that last game was a tricky one. I messed up on blocks. My expectation was that the adversary was playing... I was trying to kill that, which would then kill a lot of other things in the process. And so there was a plan behind it. I just I didn't add the 3rd blocker, so that was on me. All that to say, though, I really like this deck. Even for the best of 1 ladder, it feels like this has all the pieces it needs to be really resilient and really proactive. Obviously, it is much more of a proactive deck. It's an aggro deck, so that's kind of what you want. It's not quite as heavy on the removal side, but the voltage surges, as well as the Valorous Stance, though we didn't get to see it, was certainly a good opportunity to have it. And it just curves out so beautifully. I think that last game was a rough start. And then, of course, the opponent really had a great hand with that Broker's Ascendancy. That's difficult to match up to. So, hey, they got it fair and square. We still got 2 out of the 3, and I'm very happy with that. Highly recommend trying this deck out. And again, congratulations to the top 3 individuals. The person who piloted this deck, you know who I'm talking about. I'm going to butcher the name, so I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for having this. I did pull these decks from MTG Top 8. And so any of these like championship level decks I usually pull from there, and so I'm really happy with this, guys. I thought it was great. Definitely give it a shot. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but thank you so much for being here. I know this was kind of a long one, but we got through it, guys. I love you guys very much. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.